Hello and welcome. This is Succeed Off a bit where Assassin's Creed Valhalla done a Ragnarok. So let's right back into it.
This must be the place. The moon. Smells were here. We can still smell their stench in the air. This may have to match one of the doors. Sealed tight. That's never stopped me.
Yeah, of course I'm all Huger. One sec, folks. I had to have used up all my Huger. Where the heck's that bloody boar? He's gonna fight the freaking Huger.
Just tell me again exactly what happened.
So, I was going to catch the fish. Well, it had other ideas. It told me to drop everything.
Don't have time for that freaking squabbling.
Now we're getting somewhere. Strange place. Reeks of death. I wonder what secrets I will uncover here. More elven symbols. Whatever was in this wall sat undisturbed for many ages. Until now. Whoever was here made it a point to occupy this space. Digren and Alstein. Whoever did this, I will see that there is a price to pay. The wounds in their chests, identical and cauterized. I've seen nothing like it. It's unnatural. Only Muspel's leave ashen footprints like these. One set larger than the rest.
Yeah!
Drag marks. And blood was shed. But only a small amount. Were the victims still alive? Asa sought to enter this vault and unlock its secrets. But before she could do so, someone beat her to it. That being led a group of Muspels here. Sigrun and Holstein were likely prisoners among them. Injured, but very much alive. The dwarves were taken to the center of this chamber, where it appears that some sort of ritual was prepared. The orchestrator came for the ancient elven object built into the wall. Possibly even used it in the ritual. Is that what led to the dwarves' deaths? The Muspels then left, taking the object with them. But the purpose of this ritual of theirs remains a mystery to me. That sigil. I think I glimpsed it before in Aetri while I searched for Balder. Perhaps we'll find some answers there. I've seen the sigil from the vault around here before. Find it, and I may find the culprit. Amid all this excitement, I have had little time to dwell on Ragnarok. When will the storm break? Tomorrow. Or find the future? I think the latter more likely. I have Loki imprisoned for whatever role he has played in Balder's predicament. The sun too is bound by my chains. What of Surtr? Amid all this excitement, I have had little time to dwell on Ragnarok. When will the storm break? Tomorrow. Or find the future? I think the latter more likely. I have Loki imprisoned for whatever role he has played in Balder's predicament. His son too is bound by my chains. What of Surtr? The prophecies say he must play a part in Ragnarok. But for now he is merely the abductor of my child, not the bringer of the Twilight. Still, once Balder is safe, I will return to Asgard and raise an army. Muspelheim must be conquered without mercy.
This area is off limits.
partial key I found would fit here.
Call you.
They will attack on sight here.
Hold on, I need to take the freaking dog out. It's driving me nuts. Okay, sorry about that.
Well, whoever held the ritual at the vault was once here. Writings on the ritual. They are performed at night. There's emphasis on something called a salakar. My Elven is rusty. Vessel of souls, I think. Is this the object from the vault? The culprit was deciphering Elven runes. Something about the binding of only the most powerful Hoogas. From Sinmara. As much secrecy about the culprit's affairs. Only she and Sutra are aware. Culprit searches for a Jotun and a Muspel subject to complete their work. Muspels killing Muspels. vault is marked here, along with a second location. Another ritual site, perhaps. You're light on your feet, Asa. Following me now?
You've become quite useful, Aesir. My gratitude for opening the vault. Now tell me, what happened there?
I'm following the stink as it rises. As are you. Care to tell me why that is?
Days ago, Sin-Mara ordered my best warriors to the vault without bothering to inform me. I've not heard from them since.
Well, you're casting your suspicions at the right people. Whose quarters are these?
His name is Kalder, an adept in magic. Or Seder, as you Asgardians sometimes call it. This place is where he practices it.
Whatever he's doing, it is not Seder. At least not as I know it. He is using something called a Salakar. It is part of a deadly ritual. And from what this room tells me, the dead will continue to pile up. Dwarves, Jotnar, Muspels.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't. Your stepmother despises and distrusts you. Your father only the latter of those, for now. But in time, thanks to her venomous whispers, he may come to hate you as much as she does.
This is a lie. All of it. Your twisted attempt to pit me against them.
Sift through the mesh yourself. No other truth lies within.
Where are you going?
After the Salakar. Whatever it is, your father needs it. It may be the only leverage I have to get my son back. Calder marked a place on a map surrounded by waters just northeast. If he's planning another ritual there, I may be able to understand what value this Salakar holds.
Okay, no wonder I couldn't see him. It was freaking blocked by the other one. Sweet dog when he's nice and quiet, but when he starts whining constantly to get let out, he drives me nuts. See how Paco? Yeah, he's just shy. And he's been on in here, so I have to like physically go take him out.
Hang on. I'll finish you!
Let's stretch the knitting.
Come, my kid. Let's end this. The fire spreads. Hey! Eat this, lumbering to your fate.
We work together.
We keep our wits about.
I'll take point! Come on! Dogs! Burn with me!
Coward! I command you!
Lord Calder, with your permission, we will now return to Asa.
Soon. I have need for you still.
Asa's warriors. Where do they fit into all this?
You are one of our captains, yes?
A duty I share with two others here.
I thought I saw something in you. Stout, resolute. Step over here.
Sigrun and Halstein were two of the most revered sons of Ivaldi. If such prestige is a requirement for these rituals, then Calder is surely luring that Muspel to his death. I wonder if there's a way I can observe the ritual up close. I need to approach Calder without him taking notice. Perhaps the best way is with deception.
Join me, chosen ones. Together, we will enact Suitor's will. Who among you? Kill the intruder! We have the advantage!
What's up, bro?
Hey, good to see ya. Oh, frickin'. Hold on. Frickin'. One sec, people.
I love this Assassin's Creed.
This roof.
I know, really, it's a fun game.
Yeah, that dwarf spoke of such.
Incinerate! Ah, shit! Shit! Shot! You there, then? Vermin!
Remember when stealth actually mattered in Assassin's Creed games? Good times.
No glory for you, man. Pathetic.
Heimdall, steadfast watchman. Your vigilance strengthens my...
Lord Calder, with your permission, we will now return to Asa.
Asa's warrior. Such
Njorda, treat my ship and crew more kindly.
That dwarf will want this gemstone. I need to approach Calder without him taking notice. Perhaps the best way is with deception.
Come, join me, chosen ones.
No! Mind the Salagar!
Let me kill him!
Kill them!
Calder, northwest. Asa snapping at his heels. Can't have made it far.
Bird's breath. Stop and die!
I'll kill as many muscles as I have to.
Asa chased after Calder like a rabid hound. Though he is no helpless rabbit. What signs might I find of this pursuit? These fools dared stand in her path. Several wounds. This one put up a fight. Briefly, I suspect. How hard was he knocked into this rock? Most likely dead upon impact. Asa caught up to Calder. His warriors moved in while he pushed on. But Asa tore through them like a whirlwind. The trail of the dead revealed a direction. Calder's too. And most importantly, the Salakars. They're headed west.
Yeah!
Find Calder before Asa does. In her bloodlust, the Salakar's not safe. Looks like these two brought all the fires of Muspelheim with them. And Freya wonders why I have always refused to take her on a tour of that scorched dunghill. Asa and Calder fought here. Blood was spilt. Two sets of footprints. One is stretched, like someone fled. The other closer together, uneven and lined with blood. They were hobbling, perhaps. Asa and Calder fought here. He gained the advantage. Foolish girl. Asa, your rage makes you vulnerable. She's hurt, but not enough to stop her. Looks like she followed Calder up that hill.
I honestly have no idea how much is left in this DLC, but hey, we'll see what happens.
No sight of Asa or Calder. Only these curious Jotun buffoons who stand in my way. They should run. But they won't. These are similar. We're used to restrain someone. Asa's spear. Abandoned. Did Calder and his minions finally best her? There was a cart here, and track marks leading to it. The dead stack up. For these Muspels, Ragnarok came early. Asa chased Calder into this camp, leaking her lifeblood, blinded by rage and utterly reckless. Looks to have cost her too. She came crashing in, mauling whatever half-wit stood between her and Calder. Those half-wits fought back in numbers. Injured and disarmed, she was overpowered and restrained. Calder then had her tossed onto a cart like a sack of turnips. Looks like they fled up that path. What is it Calder plans to do with the little princess now that she is his prisoner? Surely not. These tracks lead west. I must find Calder and the Salakar. For Baldur's sake. Is this blood Asa's? Or is she still proving too much to handle? They paused here for a moment before continuing. Most likely to resecure Ace's bonds. Even in her sorry state, I imagine her to be quite the handful. She even bested me. Temporarily. Perhaps Baldur would not approve of my methods. Of the cruelty I must perform on his behalf. He and Asa, they're young. Pure of heart, but lacking in logic. One day they will grow up and see life as I see it. In the meantime, they must rely on me to ensure they live long enough to achieve that wisdom. And so, I do not have the luxury of being faultless. They made a turn here toward the river. I hope I'm not too late. Asa.
Is that you again, Mad One? Come to tempt fate, I see.
I do not die this day. Can you say the same?
Yes. You've proven once already how you like to strut around, unencumbered by fear. Perhaps the Salakar did not give you an adequate taste of it.
Enough of this blithering. Hand over what is now mine, or shall I just take it?
To know fear, we must be subjected to it. When I am through with you, I will take Asa's willful Hooger. Soon after, the Salakar will be complete. Then, believe me, you will know fear and pain. Just like your son. Such a desperate, feeble man. I wish all the Aesir could see you now. Is that your best? Come now, Harvey. Even your boy put up more of a fight. Shooter will be surprised when I present him with his own daughter's empty corpse. I will make sure he knows the truth. Shooter will be surprised when I present him with his
Anyone else? I got all night and nothing better to do.
Why is Surtur collecting hookahs? What does he mean to do with the Salakar? Tell me!
Why do you aim to finish my work?
Ask yourself how much you care to suffer in these final moments.
Do your worst.
You are wasting your breath. He will not tell you. And he won't have to. His secrets are known to me now. You want them? Move aside. Move aside, or I will destroy it.
Traitor!
Traitor? It is you who are slaughtering your own kind.
What I do for Surtur!
Such devotion requires a strong Hugr. All these Muspel sacrifices, you needed only look inward. Was he right? About you wanting to complete the Salakar?
Sutra will not trade my son for something he cannot use.
So you will see it through? To what end? How many lives would you take?
For Balder, I would drain all 9 realms. Even Asgard.
The words of a dreadful king. And a selfless father. It is the one thing that separates you from my own. You wish to reunite with your son. I wish to see my father's plans lie in ruin. No matter the price. Can you see both through?
I can. But I will need your help. The Salakar still requires the hooker of a suitable Jotun. Coulter never found one. I must get hunting.
Do as you will. In the meantime, I'll join my stepmother, wherever she may be. I will try to learn how the Salakar fits into my father's plans. Under the guise of a contrite stepdaughter, of course. Keep it. I will need a way to find you when it is time to confront my father.
You and this bauble share a bond. I set out to use you to my advantage. It ends with me in your debt.
If it were not for you, I would have never known what my father was capable of. He used our people. Turned them on each other. For his gain. I cannot forgive him. And to that end, I am your ally.
In Asgard, an ally is a friend.
Let us not get carried away.
We'll win her over eventually. Eesh, how many nodes are even left? I lost count. Well, let's see. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, so at least 27. Or at least I can see, unless I missed any. Hold on one sec, folks. I need to check something. I need to see just how many main missions are left. Okay, so... Geez, I lost count of how many we've done. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there are at least 8 missions left, so we still got a ways to go. Alright. We'll keep going until we hit the 2-hour mark and call it a night.
I should return to the shelter. Perhaps the dwarves there can aid me in finding a Jotun worthy of the Zalakar.
Freaking boar. Why am I going on foot? I can just fast travel.
Which of these dwarves can help me find a suitable Jotun? Perhaps if I listen to that chatter, some fount of wisdom will reveal itself.
Meeny, miny.
How are you and these folk getting on, lady?
Better now that I see there is an Aesir among us. You'll free us from the clutches of that red witch, won't you?
Who do you mean?
Asa, daughter of Surtur. She has taken our people. Please, Allfather, you must help us. Enlist all of Asgard if need be. Please.
What else can you tell me about this Asa?
Only that so long as she is out there, we will remain down here. Help us. Speak to Bramir. If he is still able to string a sentence together, that drunkard.
I'll be with you. I see you. As soon as I finish, get something to eat.
Please. This marks the end. Well, we at least go out with our bellies as full as our spirits.
Definitely have.
Come to humiliate us some more?
Help me, and I'll compose your saga so exalted it will endure Ragnarok itself. But first, I need a name and a place.
For what?
For whom? The mightiest Jotun in all of Svartalfheim.
We know the one. Right hand of Suttungr. Malvigr.
Here because of us.
She is worthwhile.
Gave your son Vidar quite the beating once, didn't she?
One day Vidar will make me proud. But why would Malvigr care about you two?
Bramir and Lom aren't our real names. Allow me to introduce Fjalar and Galar. The ones who killed Suttungr's father.
I heard something about him trying to outdrink a couple of dwarves. And after, befuddled, tripping and breaking his neck.
Suttungr wasn't happy. Held us responsible. But luckily we'd acquired some mead. Some special mead. And well, Suttungr is partial to a bit of mead. We bartered it in exchange for our lives. Except afterwards, some thieving twat went and stole it.
Loki, most likely. It's always Loki.
Whoever it was, Suttungr didn't catch them. So he decided to take it out on us instead. Sent Malvigr to hunt us down. Been incognito ever since. Can't trust this lot not to sell us out.
Still, she hasn't found us yet.
She will. Malvigr's dangerous prey. Even for you. But we can help balance the scales.
I'm listening.
House, north of here. Sunk in a lake. Inside, upstairs on a table, you'll find a cup of great potency.
Cup?
You know, the cup.
Oh yes, the cup.
Has the power to do wonderful stuff. For instance...
So, I bring you the cup, and then...
we show you how to use it against Malvigr.
It's a deal.
Oh, like those two or punch them.
What?
should find it. This is the place. The old home of Ragnarok. I should find a way inside. Looks like I'll be getting my toes wet. This wondrous cup of theirs should be on the table over there. Nothing. Perhaps someone has already been here and stolen it. Assuming there was a cup in the first place.
You die now!
Best to leave one of your enemies alive, so they can tell of your greatness.
Everyone knows of my greatness.
Perhaps there are one or two who have not yet heard?
Just tell me where Malvigar is.
What's in it for me?
I do not know, but I will tell you this. The longer you make me wait, the worse it will be.
Malvigar is at the den to the west. And now? Will you spare me?
Until next we meet.
There will be no next. You can be sure of that.
Oh, come on, you stupid pig. Heck, Javi could have survived a haul bigger than that. Once I beat this DLC, this game is going back in the vault. It's been fun, but this thing's taking up over 100 gigabytes on my freaking hard drive. But don't worry, I've got plenty of games to choose from to play next. Plus, I've still got the 2 coming out next week that I have planned.
These rugged views that remind me of when I once roved the land with Freak. The cool nights spent together beneath the stars. She enjoyed the solitude as much as I. The trouble and danger even more. These rugged views that remind me of when I once roved the land with Freak. The cool nights spent together beneath the stars. She enjoyed the solitude as much as I. And the trouble and danger even more. And then came the war with Valhalla. Taking Freya as my bride. It helped end that strife, but it ended many other things. These rugged views that remind me of when I once roved the land with Freak. The cool nights spent together beneath the stars. She enjoyed the solitude as much as I. And the trouble and danger even more. And then came the war with the Vanir. Taking Freya as my bride. It helped end that strife, but it ended many other things too. What trickery is this? There is the dam. This tempest. It is unnatural. So, that...
They had hoped that by serving you up, I would show them mercy. Clearly a misapprehension on their part.
Yet here I am, served up.
If I were here for you, High One, I would have brought an army. No. Suttungr will have his vengeance. But not here. I know why you have come.
I have a bone to pick with you. After what you did to my son, Vidar, I must...
Vidar put up an honorable fight.
That is not what I heard.
Do not believe the stories.
Upon his return, too weak to stand, he squirmed like a worm caught in the sun.
You should have seen me. My acolytes had to carry me home on their backs. No. Your boy fought well.
Is that why you spared his life?
It is. But you aren't here to avenge Vidar's honor. You have come to steal my Hugr. And I intend to stop you.
How do you know this?
You will try.
Jotun. You and Loki are both mad. And Hirokin is just as bad. And Thor is so stupid he might as well be mad. You spread chaos wherever you go. Yet, you are all known quantities to us. Surtur is not. He rarely emerges from Muspelheim, and when he does, he shares little with us. Thus, while here, I have sent my spies to learn what he plans. Beyond wiping out the dwarves like he did the elves of Alfheim.
What do you know of his plans?
I know that he found a powerful elven relic, and that his minion, Calder, was tasked with finding the Hugrs necessary to sustain it. That Calder is now trapped within said relic, and that you would have me join him.
I must trade the Salakar for my son.
You. The one who almost killed Suttungr for his meat. Will hand over a legendary relic, take your son and leave. Just like that. Put your mania aside, Havi. Work with me. Together we will foil Surtur's ambitions.
I cannot take the risk. With each breath, Baldur is a step closer to death.
I was a parent once. But we must look beyond ourselves. For the good of all.
We have spoken long enough.
So be it. You death on me, or die trying. Nicely done! Impressive footwork!
Fight smart.
I can't help but think I'm over prepared for this.
Should I prevail, I must adapt some of these maneuvers for my own use. You are the greater warrior. But this is not the right result. Do what you came here to do. Get on with it, blind one! End my misery! Oh, Ymir. True, O Father. My body comes to you. Sent by the same impostor who claimed your own. As for my Hugr, do not weep for me. I do not deserve this.
No, you do not. Malvigar was right. I must find out more about the Salagar. Perhaps Hirakin. I've seen nothing of her since my arrival in Svartalfheim. That leaves Ivaldi. I must seek him out. Where was it? The old workshop ruins in Vangrin? Yes, that is the place.
Like I said, I'll keep going until I hit the 2-hour mark. Then call it a stream. Still got a little over half hour. Ignore that. Alright.
This is the old workshop that Ivaldi spoke of. I should check if he's already here.
Very shoddy.
The entrance must be on the other side.
Where's a decent saw when you need one?
Found anything worthy of your talents?
This will have to do.
Soon you can put them to good use.
By Ymir, is that a Salakar? I never knew they actually existed.
I know all the sagas of your people, yet I've never heard
I never said my people.
You mean the Light Elves?
There aren't many who remember the Children of Light, or their stories. I do.
When Sutter invaded their lands, they begged me for aid. But the war with the Vanir had only just ended and I was... wary. Long after, I learned how Sutter devoured the elves in mortal light, Huga by Huga. Maybe it's the same light that now allows him to renew himself after death.
During the conquest, he must have uncovered knowledge of the Salakars.
But to what end?
What Hugars does it hold?
Those of two warlords. One a Muspel, the other a Jotun.
Nothing more?
Nothing more. At least not of value.
He speaks the truth.
You deal with a fire nymph?
A fire nymph? I am the finest fire nymph in all of Svartalheim.
Allow me to introduce Asa, treasonous daughter of Sutter, and my friend.
You grow dewy-eyed.
Well, we're getting there.
What have you unearthed?
Only rumors. My father is rebuilding something large and powerful, though its exact nature I cannot fathom.
And the Salakar is intended to be part of this something.
Most likely. Either way, its value to my father is so great he may indeed trade your son for its return.
Return to your stepmother. Arrange a trade. And one more thing. I would feel better knowing you're protected.
Sinmara travels far and wide, but I will rejoin her as you wish.
Whatever the Salakar is, I must steal it back once Baldur is safe.
Why?
Ragnarok comes. I've made plans, but they are not ideal. Perhaps the Salakar offers another way. One that will allow me to truly save those I care about. Even you.
To unlock its secrets, I will need help. There are rumors of a shelter nearby. Its dwellers may be able to assist me.
I know the place. Home to the most ill-tempered shits imaginable.
Tell them I sent you. No dwarf would give up the chance to work with Ivaldi.
Vangrin was once home to your rivals, Sindri and Broka. Your name may not carry much weight here.
Don't make me laugh. No one cares about those two. I'll follow you once I've finished taking what I need.
I get the feeling things are not going to end well for Baldur. I mean, this is called the Dawn of Ragnarok. And the death of Baldur is, according to Norse legend, was the first sign of the coming of Ragnarok. So, yeah. 2 and 2.
How can so many starving dwarves produce so much shit?
You shouldn't be here.
I mean, look at friggin' God of War 2018.
Here to lend a hand?
A word, my friend. Ivaldi requests your aid.
Ain't my concern. Go talk to Augur.
He's the master of this workshop?
Master? Nah, boy, he's chief when the masters ain't here.
Say, which one is Akler?
How can so many starving dwarves produce
Lord of Asgard arrives. I have several contracts from Rhaegar to choose from, all worth your while. You'll be back, and there will be more contracts waiting.
Do I look like I got time for small talk?
Useless. I best ask someone else.
You are always welcome.
I thought I recognized you.
Good to see you, High One. And without anyone needing to die. Here, you saved my neck. Least I can do is give you this, in thanks.
Then it is my turn to give thanks. More.
You're back! Yes!
Goodbye for now. If these Jotun leaders live, I should do something about that.
No, we are the village. Don't let us down.
Hello there. I bring word from Ivaldi.
What do I care? Go talk to the Ganger.
Ganger?
Yeah, the chief. Name's Oakler.
I should go speak with Oakler again.
What do you want?
Ivaldi sends me. He requires the help of a skilled artisan.
A meeting of minds, huh? Well, it ain't up to me. You'd best talk to Brokker or Sindri.
They still breathe? Where are they?
No idea. Sindri went off adventuring. He does that. Mind you, it's been a while since he left.
How much of a while?
Couple of weeks.
And his absence doesn't worry you?
Not my business where he goes.
And Brokker?
Went to look for Sindri. Bit of a worry guts, that one. Ever since he mucked up the forging of Mjolnir. Anyway, look, leave your name and I'll pass it to Brokker when he shows up.
Tell him Harvey of Asgard was here.
Harvey of... by Ymir? Really, it is you?
I'll return tonight. In the meantime, fetch Ivaldi. He's at the old workshop ruins.
Good to see you.
So many starving dwarves. So much shit.
Three times it stung me. 3! On the hand, then the neck, oh, then on my eyeball!
A true master would ignore such trifles.
Trifles? That gadfly was the size of a squirrel! A big one!
An ogre can tear me limb from limb, and still my severed hands would finish the job. That is focus. That is passion. That is
horseshit. Master Broker, I'm glad you have made it home. And your brother? Did you find him?
Yeah. You never did say where he was.
I believe Sindri went adventuring.
Adventuring? No, that's not it. He went to find the special mead. Had a hankering, he said.
Special meat.
Yeah, the special meat.
Sutunga's special meat?
What's that frosty arse got to do with it? We ain't in Jotunheim, in case you hadn't noticed. Well, there's this mead they make down at the brewery. So sweet, well, it's bloody sweet, all right? Anyway, Sindri had an itch for it. Just a horn or two, he said. So, off he goes. That was half a moon ago. I told him not to do it. Too many giants out there, but he wouldn't listen. Him and his cravings.
Where can I find this brewery?
Aylthorpe, southeast of here, other side of the marsh. Can't miss it. You're going to rescue him?
I will find him, yes. And afterwards, you and he will repay me by helping Evildee with the job I need done.
Now, hold on. We didn't,
Good, good. We have a deal. That gadfly? It was Loki. Thor himself could not have withstood the sting.
Remind me.
I must hand it to Sindri. Even after all that has happened, he still has the defiance to seek out a horn of Svartalfheim's finest. Scent of mead, fouled by the stench of muspels. Ragnar too.
Follow my lead!
The smell of mead grows strong. This must be where everything is stored. His nose would have guided him here.
Out of options, Doc! Remain steadfast!
Scent of mead, fouled by the stench of muspels. Ragnar too.
gone from here. Please!
The smell of mead grows strong. This must be where everything is stored. Sentries know what guides him here. I don't believe in locked doors. Really, Sentry? All this trouble for a few gulps of mead.
That's what comes when Surtur shapes of Jotunheim. Right there, but better keep our eyes suffer. Whoa! Surely with get behind me! Together, stronger!
Russ, let's not waste time!
Right here. Did I miss something? Pay for your seat!
Like the troll sword!
Can't see me now! for now. I'm out of meat!
Much obliged.
Pathetic!
I sense that Sindri has been here. Surely there is some sign of Sindri here. A chain was placed here. From the scarring, something heavy was suspended from it. I've carried enough dwarves recently to know they are not as light as they look. This hammer bears the mark of Sindri. And here, a bag of roasted acorns. Is this Sindri's special mead? Given the puddles on the floor, he must have taken a bath in it.
Puzzle for another time. We'll see. Hold on.
What do we have here? The Muspels have a prison not far from here. Jan's house, they call it. This blood is many days old. One trail leads in, the other out. Some days ago, Sindri was captured while sneaking outside. He was dragged in here for interrogation. His belongings were seized. Even his roasted acorns, one of the many dwarven delicacies I will never fathom. They tried to loosen his tongue, using the same sweet mead he himself sought. Almost drowned him in it. But the shelter has not been raided. So Sindri must have remained strong and refused to give them its location. Instead, he was dragged away. Bloodied, drunk as a fish, but alive. Most likely to face further tortures at a makeshift prison named Jan's house. That is where I should go next.
Yeah!
This place reeks of misery. More than I would even wish upon Loki, no matter his crimes. It's likely Sindri was brought here many days ago. I hope I'm not too late. The giants have no mercy. I face them, I'll show them none. Most of the dead have been roasted upon the flames. See over there. No, it's not who I think it is.
What? I'm not done with you!
Cruelly stolen. I could sense that Salakar was satisfied on this occasion. Was this Calder's first victim? That amulet. The sigil. Sindri. Reckless fool. All this was a meat. Oh well. It is done. I must return the body to Broke.
Please.
Chance led to Sindri's capture, but the nature of his death, that was not chance. When the enemy realized they had such a prize in their clutches.
What a waste.
Such as Sindri's are of lesser value. Still, it can't be coincidence that Calder sated the Salakar with the hookers of so many races. Musvel, Jotun, Dwarf.
List of dwarves.
Please let this not be our missing master.
Who is this you bring? No! It can't be!
Master Broker, I share in your grief. Truly I do. Your brother was the worthiest of dwarves. More so than you will ever know.
Oh, Sindri. No. No! My dear Sindri.
The funeral arrangements are being made outside. I must use this chance to bend Broker to my will. I must speak with Broker.
Okay, well, we'll call it a night here, but there was stopping by who enjoyed the video. If you did face the start button, I love to murder lasagna. We'll participating in next week. You're gonna join me tomorrow. I'll be playing more of Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins, so look forward to that. Anyway, just suppose it's Misty Dolphin signing off for now. Thank you, good night.